Guess what? Cheap electric mountain bikes are here.
Oh, yeah!
Some 8 years ago, this would have been more than double the current price. But here it is, for cheap, relatively. Now there's some weird things on it, some bad things, but the majority is amazing for the price you pay. Let's take a look at Revenge of the Cheap Dual Suspension Electric Bike. This is the Defender from a company called Eunorau. It's a $1,900 dual suspension electric mountain bike. The predecessor to this is the now discontinued UHVO. That bike had a wussy 36 volt 10 amp hour battery and a 350 watt motor. Simply not enough to climb a hill of any consequence. For $1,200 it was super cheap for a dual suspension MTB. I kind of like it because it was lightweight, but there was a really big downside. And I'm guessing that really either no one bought it or there wasn't enough margin because that bike disappeared. But now we're back with the Defender, which was a huge beef up to the electric system. This bad boy is rocking a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery that is both internal and can accommodate an external battery for double the power. But with great power comes, you guessed it, it's a cheap mechanical system.
It hurts.
That's what we're looking at, quite frankly. It's the balance of a cheap electric mountain bike tilting the scales with mechanical parts and more or less advanced electrical components for the price. And boom, here you go. Here is the Eunorau Defender. Electrically, it's got a lot of features. We're looking at 5 levels of cadence-based pedal assist, which is amazing when you got to ride through town to get to the trail. And combine that with the throttle operation, makes the Defender a Class 2 electric bike. Now the top speed is set for 20 miles an hour, but it's easy enough to enter into the display and set it for something that could potentially be illegal. And on top of that, the Defender has the capability to add a second battery. Eunorau sells that second battery for $500, and with that you now have a dual suspension, dual battery, throttle powered beast, and no trail is safe. But there is a drawback.
Wait, what did you just say?
Now the mechanical system is not high tier, but one of the highlights is the 180mm dual piston hydraulic disc brakes. Now the plastic pedals are easy enough to get rid of, so it's not really a big deal.
Get off my train.
However, neither the front nor rear suspension are great in terms of options, range, or refinement. The front fork has 100mm of travel, which is not bad for the price point. And the rear suspension, it's not so bad either. It's got a damper that compresses at 40mm. When that reaches the wheel, there's some crazy magic because the total travel is 4 inches.
It's easy to recreate when you know the secret.
Now together these do pretty good work for mild off-road, but of course, where's the catch? Where can you find it? It's right here. It's the gearing. This is a 44 tooth front chainring and a 14 to 28 tooth freewheel. So what does that mean? This set of gears does not provide a whole lot of pedal power when climbing up a hill. If there are a few more larger gears, then the rider could actually contribute to the climb. But as it stands, pun intended, the rider will be standing on the pedals trying to get leverage for steep climbs. Compared to cars, we're pretty much looking at off-roading with the transmission of a Honda Civic. Now, does any of this really matter? I'm going to say no, it doesn't. The electric system puts out enough power that the kind of hill that you will be riding won't be much of a problem. Because the reality is that if you're looking at getting this bike, chances are you're looking for something to begin the sport of EMTB. But you want to get even more realer? If you could climb up to the top of a mountain with an electric mountain bike, you would have to come down very, very slowly to account for the lack of skill and endurance. Hashtag just saying. So overall, I think the Eunorau Defender is pretty sweet. It's going to get more people into electric mountain biking, but not so far in that they get themselves hurt. I think that's really the silver lining because this bike company didn't make this product with the goal of saving customers from certain destruction. They did it to save money. And that passes on to you too. If you're not interested in saving money, you can check out this video for the Eunorau Flash. It's a triple battery electric mini bike, kind of moped style. It's actually sold out for the foreseeable future. I mean, I can't even get one. Also, you can check out this link to support the channel on Patreon. I'm Mikey for Blue Monkey Bicycles, and I will see you on later.